Majdan Sielec in the Lublin region in Poland, a small village located about 50 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. It was here in a field that the residents made an unusual discovery.
Dzisiaj z moim ojcem pojechaliśmy w pole.
My father and I went to the field to collect the rest of the hay, and when we got there, we saw a white object. It looked like a drone to us, so we immediately decided to call the police.
I od razu postanowiliśmy zadzwonić na policję.
The object fell 500 meters from the buildings. Fortunately, no one was hurt. According to the Polish Ministry of National Defense, the drone could have been used for smuggling. But the prosecutor's office in Zamość, which is conducting the investigation, does not rule out that the drone could have been a military drone. We also admit the possibility that it was a military drone, given that there is a war going on beyond our eastern border in Ukraine. We can rule out with a high degree of certainty that it was a combat drone. An explosives expert was present at the scene and ruled out the possibility that it contained explosives. In addition, witnesses noticed Russian inscriptions and camera-like elements on the drone. Probably Russian. I think I saw Cyrillic inscriptions there. On the internet, you can see a comparison of the remains of the drone from the village of Majdan Sielce with a drone called Gerbera, mass-produced in Russia since last year, made of plywood and foam, and manufactured in 3 versions: combat, reconnaissance, and decoy. And it is this drone that Russia is using to attack Ukraine. In the coming week, an expert opinion will be sought to examine the wreckage and provide us with answers as to what type of vehicle it is, what type of drone it is, what it was used for, and where it was manufactured. Further steps will be taken to determine where and how it ended up in Poland, whether it crossed the border, and what it was used for. And this is Rembertów in Warsaw. An explosion occurred here yesterday at the military training ground. 2 people, civilians, were injured. They entered the military area despite the prohibition of entry. The Mazovian Military Police Unit, together with a sapper patrol, is conducting operations in Warsaw Rembertów, where 2 civilians were injured as a result of an explosion of an explosive device. They entered the military training ground despite clearly marked prohibition on entry. The origin of the explosive device and the detailed circumstances of the incident will be the subject of further investigation. The military police will not only investigate how the civilians entered the training ground, but also whether it was sufficiently secured and properly marked.